Tree of Hope event was held at the Ronald McDonald House of Springfield today. That's just our first stop as Western Mass News now takes you town by town. The Ronald McDonald House of Springfield and Gary Rome Hyundai raised more than $165,000 during the 4th annual Trees of Hope event to support families staying at the Springfield House. These funds will provide vital resources for families who have children receiving medical treatments at Bay State Children's Hospital, Shriners Hospital for Children, and other local medical facilities. Over in West Springfield, Delaney's Market is officially open and ready to serve the community. Delaney's is located on Park Street and offers customers fresh, local, chef-made, heat-and-serve meals. This is the 5th Delaney's Market location. The original located in the Longmeadow Shops, and that one's been open since 2016. And finally to Holyoke, players on the Springfield Thunderbirds visited Mara Vista Behavioral Health Center today, as well as the mascot Boomer. The visit is part of Mara Vista's ongoing efforts to celebrate the hardworking members of their staff. Today's event included a slap shot contest, autograph signing, and an opportunity for staff to meet the one and only Boomer. When we come back, Gianna has one last look at our First Alert forecast.